Snow White is the fairest. After the mirror told the evil queen about it, she became very angry and asked the hunter to get rid of Snow White. But after that, Snow White ran away and promised to not show up again. Once upon a time, in a far, far away, there lived a queen who had a beautiful daughter with skin as snow as white. But sadly, the queen became sick and passed away. Then the king married the new queen, but she was evil. The evil queen liked to ask her magic mirror every day.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is fairest of them all?
The magic mirror would always answer,
My queen, you are the fairest of them all.
but one day the magic mirror answered.
My queen, Princess Snow White is the fairest.
The evil queen became very angry.
What? Nonsense! I am the fairest, not Snow White. Never!
The angry queen ordered her hunter to throw Snow White into the woods. Then the hunter found the Snow White.
I'm so sorry, Princess Snow White, but the queen ordered me to get rid of you.
Please, sir, I beg of you, I will run away and never show myself again.
The hunter let Snow White go and Snow White ran away far into the woods. Snow White became scared.
Oh no! What shall I do? It's so dark and scary here.
Then Snow White spotted a small light up on a small hill.
Oh my! It's a pretty little cottage.
Snow White found a small cottage on the hill. Snow White went inside the cottage.
Look, 7 small plates, 7 small cups, 7 small spoons, and 7 small forks. 7 small beds too.
Snow White ate some food and took a nap. 7 dwarfs who lived in the cottage came home. The dwarfs shouted,
What happened to our food and who's that sleeping in my bed? Isn't she Princess Snow White?
At the moment, Snow White woke up. Soon, they all became good friends. She lived with them in the small cottage. The evil queen started to ask her magic mirror since Snow White has run away, and she thinks she will be the fairest among everyone, but eventually she's not. And at the end, Snow White lived happily ever after with her prince. One day, the evil queen asked the magic mirror again.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, am I now the fairest of them all?
Then the mirror answered.
My queen, you are fair too, but Princess Snow White is fairer than you.
The evil queen became very angry and screamed.
What? Snow White is still alive?
The angry queen decided to get rid of Snow White with some poisoned apples. She dressed up as an old lady.
Apples, apples, buy some apples, my dear. They are so red and juicy, my dear.
Snow White asked for 1 apple. Snow White took 1 big bite. But soon after, Snow White fell to the ground. The 7 dwarfs come home and saw Snow White.
Princess Snow White, Princess Snow White, please, please open your eyes.
The dwarfs shouted, but Snow White did not open her eyes.
Oh no, maybe she's dead. Oh no.
The dwarfs were so sad and could not stop crying. A prince from a nearby land saw Snow White. The prince fell in love with Snow White.
May I take this princess to my land?
The dwarfs answered.
Yes, of course.
They began to lift Snow White coughing, but dropped it by mistake. Then a piece of apple popped out of Snow White's mouth.
Where am I?
Snow White opened her eyes.
Hooray, hooray, princess is alive, Princess Snow White is alive.
The 7 dwarfs rejoiced. The prince approached Snow White and proposed her.
My beautiful princess, will you marry me?
Snow White answered.
Yes, my lord, I will.
So the prince and Snow White married and lived happily ever after.
Hooray!